Hello my dear student, welcome to the class. So today we will be discussing chapter 8 quadrilaterals. Okay, so quadrilateral, it is not a new topic actually. You have read this one in class 9 and when we are giving the annual exam, this part was there, and many a time we have solved such type of sum using what were the things were related to quadrilaterals. We have used this thing, we have solved so many sums. Okay, so same thing, just some extra things will be there, we'll solve it. Okay, so quadrilateral, this a plane figure bounded by four sides is called a quadrilateral. Okay, there are different types of quadrilateral like parallelogram, square, rhombus, kite, trapezium. Okay, so many types are there. Rectangle also you can take. So these are the quadrilaterals. So we know that sum of the angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. Okay, so this thing we'll use now, and we know the properties. You just try to see those properties of this parallelogram, properties of rectangle, properties of square, properties of rhombus, trapezium and kite. You just see this thing once. Okay, I am not discussing this thing once again. When in maths we'll discuss it. Okay, so there are some theorems. Okay, now I will not prove this thing. When your regular classes will begin, that time we'll solve this thing. Now no need. So theorem 8.1 you can see, just I am reading so that you can understand. Okay, so theorem 8.1 you can see in page number 162. Okay, a diagonal of a parallelogram divides it into two congruent triangles. So in a in a parallelogram, if I draw a diagonal like this, then this triangle and these triangles are congruent. Okay, so if I draw a diagonal, the triangle, this two triangles are congruent. Okay, then next one, in a parallelogram opposite sides are equal. We know this one. In a parallelogram, these are actually the properties of the parallelogram. In a parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. Opposite sides are equal. Then if each pair of opposite sides of a quadrilateral is equal, then it is a parallelogram. If each pair of opposite sides, so in a quadrilateral, if this opposite pair of sides are equal, then we can say that it is a parallelogram. Then next one, in a parallelogram opposite angles are equal. Yes, we know this one. In a parallelogram, these opposite angles are equal. Opposite angles are equal. Then next one, in a quadrilateral, each pair of opposite angle is equal, then it is a parallelogram. So in a quadrilateral, just the reverse of this one. In a quadrilateral, if these opposite angles are equal, then we can say that it is a parallelogram. Then we can say that it is a parallelogram. The diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. In a parallelogram, if I draw diagonals like this, then they will bisect each other equally. For example, if let me name it A, B, C, D. Okay. So if AC is equals, if AC's measurement is equals to 10 centimeter, then whenever this diagonal will bisect, then each part will be 5 centimeter, 5 centimeter. If this side BD, if it is 12 centimeter, then each part will be 6 centimeter and 6 centimeter. Okay, so it bisects equally. Diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other. If the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other, then it is a parallelogram. And here actually they are all the sums are related to parallelogram. Okay, so you just see what is given, that if the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other, then it is a parallelogram. If in a diagonal this diagonals bisect each other equally, then we can say that yes, it is a parallelogram. So there are some examples also. Okay, later on we will solve this thing. Now let us move to exercise 8.1. Here we will be using this thing, and you just try to be active. You can easily understand this thing. Exercise 8.1, question number 1. What is given? The angles of a quadrilateral are in ratio 3:5:9:13. So we know that in this quadrilateral there are 4 angles, and sum of the 4 angle is equals to 360 degree. So here these angles are given in ratio. So what I will write? Well, I will take it as a x like this, 3x, 5x, 9x and 30x. I will let the side as like this and let the angles as like this. And then though we know the formula that the sum of the angles of a quadrilateral is 360 degree. I will use this one, I can easily find it. So question number 1, let the angles of the quadrilateral be, let the angles of the quadrilateral be, let the angles of the quadrilateral be, what is given? 3, 5, 9 and 13. 3x, 5x, 9x and 13x and 13x. The angles of the quadrilateral will be 3x, 5x, 9x and 13x. So we know this one, since sum of the angles of a quadrilateral is equals to 360 degree. So I can say 3x plus 5x plus 9x plus 13x is equals to 360 degree. 5, 6, 7, 8, you can take like this, 5, 6, 7, 8, 18, 19, 20, 21, 21 plus 9, 30x. So value of x came 12, x is equals to 12. So now you have to find the angles. So now therefore the angles are one by one, you write. Question is given, find all the angles of the triangle. So after that you write, therefore the angles are, first one it is 3x, that means 3 into 12, 36, okay, 36 degree. Then next one it is 5x, 5 into 12, 60. Then 9x, 9, 12, 108. Then 13x, 156. Okay, so these are the measure of the each every angles. So therefore the angle are you can write it like this. So therefore angles are 3x equals to 3 into 12, 5x equals to 5 into 12, 9x equals to 9 into 12, 13x equals to, like this you write it. You will not forget this thing. Okay, so therefore the required angles are 36 degree, 60 degree, 108 degree and 156 degree. Okay, so now let us move to question number 2. If the diagonals of a parallelogram are equal, then show that it is a rectangle. If the diagonals of a parallelogram are equal, then you have to show that it is a rectangle. Okay, no problem, I will show it. Question number 2. So okay, let me draw a rectangle. Okay, I have drawn a rectangle ABCD. The diagonals of the parallelogram are equal. So if the diagonals are equal, then I have to show that it is a rectangle. Okay, so rectangle if I want to show, then very easy, diagonals so it is given, and if I can show that this each angle is equals to 90 degree, if each angle is equals to 90 degree, then I can say that if the diagonals are equal and each angle is equals to 90 degree, then we can say that yes, it is a rectangle. Yes, it is a rectangle. So let us go for solving this one. You write like this. Not given. Let ABCD be a parallelogram having AC is equals to BD, by in which AC is equals to BD. Let ABCD be a parallelogram and having AC is equals to BD. Okay, so now what is there? I have to prove that this each angle measures 90 degree. Okay, so each angle measures 90 degree. Okay, so if somehow I can relate these angles, somehow if I can relate these angles like this, no, if I can show that these two angles are equal, these two angles are equal, okay, any two angle I am talking about, let me take these two. So if I can show that these two angles are equal, okay, then we know that if AB is parallel, since it is a parallelogram, so AB is parallel to CD, AB is parallel to CD. If AB is parallel to CD, then these two lines are parallel, and if I take CD as a transversal, then this one and this one will be co-interior angles, and sum of co-interior angle is equals to 180 degree. 180 degree. Now what is there? Angle C and angle B. So in place of 180 degree, I can write like this, no, angle C plus angle B. I will write it full, but just I am showing you here. Angle C plus angle B I have written, which is equals to 180 degree. And if I can somehow, if I can show that these two angles are equal, then so I can write angle C plus angle C is equals to 180. So twice C is equals to, twice angle C is equals to 180. So angle C will be equals to 90 degree. So what I have to do? I have to somehow I have to show that these two angles are equal. If I can show that these two angles are equal, then by using this co-interior property, I can show this very easily that this each angle is equals to 90 degree. So in triangle, ABC and triangle triangle ABC, in triangle ABC and triangle DCB, ABC this one, okay, and triangle DCB this remaining one. So in triangle ABC, I am just so that you can see, I have just shaded this one. Don't shade like this, okay. So in triangle ABC and triangle DCB, sorry, what I have written, ABC and DCB, not this one, DCB, this part. Actually I have to show now these two angles equal. So sorry, I have to show these two angles are equal. So I am comparing these two triangles, okay. This one, this whole one, ABC and triangle DBC, okay. So in this two triangle, it is given AC is equals to BD. So AC is equals to, I am just similarity I am using, AB is equals to AC is equals to BD, given AB is equals to BD, it is given. Okay, now it is given that it is a parallelogram. What we have written? ABCD is a parallelogram. If it is a parallelogram, then this side is equals to this side. So I can write AB is equals to CD, AB is equals to CD. Opposite, since opposite sides of a parallelogram, opposite sides of parallelogram, opposite sides of parallelogram, okay, you can write are equal. Since opposite sides of parallelogram are equal, AB is equals to CD, AB is equals to CD, okay. And is there any side common? Yes. In this triangle also BC is there, in this triangle also BC is there, in this triangle also BC is there. So BC is equals to BC or CB, you can write common. So if in a triangle three sides are equal, then I can say that these two triangles are congruent. Okay, so by SSS congruency you write. Okay. So we have shown that these two triangles are congruent. So if these two triangles are congruent, now I can say that corresponding parts of congruent triangles are also similar. That means I can say that ABC is equals to DCB, ABC is equals to DCP. So therefore angle ABC is equals to angle DCB. CPCT, corresponding parts of congruent triangles. ABC is similar is equals to triangle DCB, corresponding parts of congruent triangle. Okay, now what I have said earlier, that I will relate this one, I will relate this one. So you see here, question number sorry, same one so we are doing. So what I will say that earlier I have shown, I will say that since it is a parallelogram, so AB is parallel to CD and BC is a transversal. So since AB is parallel to CD and DC, you write AB is parallel to DC and BC is a transversal, and BC is a transversal. So so I can say that these two are co-interior angles. So angle ABC plus angle DCB is equals to 180 degree. Since co-interior angles, so I can since these two are similar, so I can write it ABC plus angle ABC. This one you can give as equation number 1. ABC plus ABC is equals to 180 degree. So twice angle ABC is equals to 180 degree. So angle ABC is equals to 90 degree. Angle ABC is equals to 90 degree. Angle ABC is equals to 90 degree. ABC is equals to 90 degree. So if ABC is equals to 90 degree, then I can write ABC is equal. So if ABC is equals to 90 degree, that means in a parallelogram is one angle is 90 degree, then this all will be equal. Okay, if this one is 90, then that one also 90. So this one and this one opposite, so these two also will be 90. This one and this one opposite, these two also will be 90. So you write there, you write from 1. So therefore angle ABC is equals to angle DCB is equals to 90 degree. So two angles are 90 degree. Two angle is equals to 90 degree. So that is ABCD is a parallelogram having equal angles 90 degree. So therefore ABCD is a parallelogram having ABCD is a parallelogram having an equal angle of 90 degree. ABCD is a parallelogram having an equal angle of 90 degree. So therefore ABCD is a rectangle. So if in a parallelogram this each angle measures 90 degree, then ABCD is a rectangle. ABCD is a rectangle. Okay, ABCD is a rectangle. So question number 3, show that if the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other at right angles, then it is a rhombus. Okay, so let me draw a figure. I am drawing a rhombus A, B, C, D. These are the diagonals of the rhombus. Okay, so show that if the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other at right angles, then it is a rhombus. So I have to show that and we know that it is a property of a rhombus also, that if they bisect each other at right angles. So here it is given that if they bisect each other at right angles, then it is a rhombus. I have to show this one. So what is given here, that they bisect each other at right angles. So I have to show that it is we have showed that the diagonals of a quadrilateral bisect each other at right angles. Achha, if they bisect each other at right angles, then I have to show that it is a rhombus. So let ABCD be a rhombus. Let ABCD be a rhombus in which AC, in which diagonally, right, in which diagonals AC and BD bisect each other at O. ABCD be a rhombus in which diagonals AC and BD bisect each other at right angles at OU, right? At right angles at O. So it is given in the question that ABCD be a sorry, not rhombus given. I have to prove it is a rhombus. So you write quadrilateral. So you write like this: let ABCD be a quadrilateral in which diagonal AC and BD bisect each other at right angle at O. Okay. So what I have to prove? I have to prove that it is a rhombus. I have to prove that it is a rhombus. So now what I will do? I will take this triangle and this one. So in triangle AOB and triangle AOD. Okay, I will try to show that these two are similar. Okay, if these two are similar, then we will proceed. You just see. So in triangle AOB and triangle AOB and triangle AOD, or you can write AOD. In triangle AOB and triangle AOD, we have in triangle AOB and triangle AOD, we have AO is equals to AO. This is the common side of these two. So AO will be equals to AO common. AO is equals to AO. Okay, what we are I am trying to show that these sides are equal. So if these two triangles are equal, that means these two sides will also be equal, corresponding parts of congruent triangle. Okay. So you see here what I have shown, that AO is equals to AO because it is the common side, and OB will be equals to OD because they bisect each other. OB is equals to OD. Right, given you write like this: since O is the midpoint, since O is the midpoint, so since O is the midpoint of DB, OB is equals to OD. So since O is the midpoint of DB, OB is equals to OD since. Okay, and what is given, thus these two angles are right angles. So I can write angle DOA by AOD, angle AOB is equals to angle AOD, each 90 degree. So I can say that these two triangles are similar. Side angle side, I can say that by side angle side criteria or congruence you can write. So these two triangles are similar, so congruent. So AOB is congruent to triangle AOD. We have proved this one. Now what I have to do, that if these two triangles are congruent, that means their corresponding sides are also equal. Corresponding sides are also equal. Okay. So therefore I can write AD is equals to AB. AD is equals to AD. Okay. The AB is equals to AD, right? Same thing, but in order let me write. AB is equals to AD by CPCT, corresponding part of congruent triangle. Okay. Similarly, if I go on solving for the other triangles, then for these two triangles, if I solve, then AB will be equals to BC. AB will be equals to BC. If I go for these two triangles, then BC will be equals to DC. BC will be equals to DC. If I go for these two triangles, then DC will be equals to AD. DC will be equals to AD. Okay. So what we have shown that all the sides are equal to one another. If I take these two triangles we have taken, and I have proved AB is equals to AD. Now if I take these two triangles, then this one and this one will be equal, that is AB will be equals to BC. If I take these two triangles, this one and this one, then this BC will be equals to DC, and if I take again these two triangles, then DC will be equals to AD. Okay, so you give it as equation 1, 2, 3 and 4. So from equation 1, 2, 3 and 4 I can write, from equation 1, 2, 3 and 4 we get, what do we get? That all are equal. AB is equals to BC is equals to CD is equals to AD or DA, what is there. Okay, so all sides are equal. So all sides are equal only when it is possible, if it is a rhombus, okay. Thus the quadrilateral ABCD, is a rhombus. Okay. Thus the quadrilateral ABCD is a rhombus. Thus the quadrilateral ABCD is a light. Thus the quadrilateral ABCD is a rhombus. Okay. So now we'll move to the next one. Okay, now you see question number 4. Show that the diagonals of a square are equal and bisect each other at right angles. Show that the diagonals of a square are equal and bisect each other at right angles. Okay, I'll show it. Show that the diagonals of a square are equal and bisect each other at right angles. So it will be little lengthy, but you see. So this is a square, and okay, let me give it the name ABCD. Okay, so I have drawn a square. Okay, so now what I have to show, first of all I have to show that the diagonals of a square are equal. That means first of all I have to show that AC is equals to BD and bisect each other. That means each part is that is I have to show that AO is equals to OC, like this. Okay, I have to show that then this one also bisect each other. First of all I have to show that diagonals are equal, then I have to show that they bisect each other, and at last I have to show that they bisect each other at right angles. Okay, so one by one, step by step you have to go. So let write like this: ABCD be a square. Let ABCD be a, shorted the diagonals of a square. So let ABCD be a square and its diagonal be, and its diagonals be AC and BD. Okay. So now first one, what I have to show, that show that the diagonals of a square are equal. Okay, then comes bisect each other, and then at last at right angles. So one by one we will go on proving. So first of all my motive is to show that AC is equals to BD. So AC is equals to BD. For that one, what I will take, I'll take this one triangle, that is ABC, and triangle this one. Any two triangles I'll take. Let me take this one ABC and triangle ABD. So if I can show that this triangle and this triangle are equal, then I can show that this side is equals to that one by congruency. Okay, so in triangle ABC, in triangle ABC and triangle, in triangle ABC and triangle ABD or ADB, ABD we have, but we have, okay, in triangle ABC and triangle ABD we have, okay. So first of all, let us go for one by one. So first of all, what is there, that AB is the common side for these two triangle, AB is the common side for these two triangle, AB is equals to AB, AB is equals to AB, okay. And it is given in the question that it is a square, it is a square, okay. So we know that all angles of a square are 90 degree. So I can write angle ABC, angle ABC is equals to angle BAD, ABC, that means this angle is 90 degree, and BAD, this angle is 90 degree. You can write, since each angle of square is 90 degree, you can write it, since each angle of square is 90 degree. So ABC is equals to BAD, ABC is equals to BAD, okay. And what happens, that in a square opposite side, all the four sides are equal, okay, all the four sides are equal, okay. So I can write this, let me take this one, this side AD, and there it is BC. So I am taking AD is equals to BC, AD is equals to BC. I can write opposite side of square, means opposite sides of square. So all the sides of square are also equal, and since they are opposite sides, so I have written yes, they are also equal. So opposite sides of a square, okay. So we have got three things, one side is there, one angle is there, again another side is there. So I can say that these two triangles are congruent. These two triangles are congruent, and criteria will be side angle side criteria, you write, okay, side angle side criteria, okay. So we have proved this one, that these two triangles are similar. So if these two triangles are similar, so ABD, that means BD is also similar to angle BD is equals to angle ABC in triangle ABC AC. These two are triangles, no, one is A, B and D, another one is ABC. So that means this side is equals to this one, and these two are the diagonals of a square. So directly we can prove that so like this, therefore AC is equals to BD, AC is equals to BD, AC is equals to BD, therefore the diagonals of the, therefore the diagonals are equal, therefore I can write, therefore the diagonals of a square are equal. Diagonals of a square are equal. Can I write it? Finished. So first part finished. Now one by one again I have to show. First one, it is given that show that the diagonals of a square are equal. I have shown this one, AC is equals to BD, because corresponding parts of congruent triangle, so diagonals of a square are equal. So now let us move to the next one. Now I have to show that this point O bisects each other, and then after that I will show that each angle is equals to 90 degree. Okay, AC is equals to BD. This one you give as Roman number 1. We have got no AC is equals to BD. This one you give as Roman number 1. And if you need later on, then I can use it. Okay. You give it as Roman number 1. Okay, now you see again what I have to do. I have to show that this diagonals bisect each other. So that means somehow I have to show that O is the midpoint of AC and O is the midpoint of BD. O is the midpoint of BD. Okay. So you since AD is parallel to BC, this side is parallel to this one. Since this AD is parallel to BC and AC is a transversal, since AD is parallel to BC, and AC is a transversal, so if these two lines are parallel, you see here, okay, what I have written that this line is parallel to this one. Okay, so if these two lines are parallel and this is the transversal, then this is the angle with the transversal and this is another angle with the transversal, and these two are alternate angles and these two are alternate angles. Okay, let me name this angle as 1 and this one as 2. You write it. Okay, this one I am naming it as angle 1 and this one as angle 2. So rather than writing angles, this A, B, C, I will write it directly. Okay, so it will be little less confusion. Okay, so I can write angle 1 is equals to angle 2, angle 1 is equals to angle 2, and this one will be alternate interior angles. Okay, so similarly if I go for the other side, if I take this side is parallel to this one and this is a transversal, so I can say that this angle is equals to this one, this angle is equals to this one, this angle is equals to this one. Okay, give it as 3 and give it as 4. 3 and 4. So angle 3 is equals to angle 4. This one also alternate interior angle. Alternate interior angles. One thing you do, you give it serially, so it will look good also. You can rewrite this thing, so it will be there, or else you will forget. You write this one, angle 1, this one given, 2 you give this one, 3 you give this one, 4 you give this one. So it will be angle 1 will be equals to angle 3. Later on both of them will come equal and it will be there in your mind also. And angle 1 will be equals to angle 3, and now angle 2 will be equals to angle 4, even, odd, so it will be remaining in your mind. So you give like this 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so now what I have written, angle 1 is equals to angle 3 and angle 2 is equals to angle 4. So now in triangle, I am drawing this one once again. Okay, now I am taking this one, this triangle and this triangle. Okay, AOD and BOC. In triangle AOD and triangle AOD and triangle BOC. Now in triangle AOD and triangle BOC, in triangle AOD and triangle BOC we have, in triangle AOD and triangle BOC we have this what do we have, angle 1 is equals to angle 3, angle 2 is equals to angle 4, angle 2 is equals to angle 4. This thing we have angle 1 is equals to angle 3, angle 2 is equals to angle 4. And we know that if in a triangle, if in a triangle two angles are equal, then we can say that these two triangles are similar. These two triangles are similar. So therefore, triangle AOD is congruent to triangle BOC. Angle criteria. Okay. So angle criteria. Angle AOD is congruent to triangle BOC. So if these two triangles are equal, that means their corresponding parts also will be equal. So OA will be equals to OC and OD will be equals to OB. If these two triangles are equal, then their corresponding parts also will be equal. That is AO will be equals to OC and BO will be equals to OD. So I can write therefore AO is equals to OC and BO is equals to OD. There you write CP, CT, corresponding parts of congruent triangle. So we have shown that they are bisected equally also. So this one finished. Then last part it is that and we have to show that each angle is equals to 90 degree, and bisected we have shown. Now I have to show that they bisect each other at right angles. They bisect each other at right angles. Okay. Well, let it be. Now I am taking triangle OBA and ODA. These two triangles I am taking. Okay. I have to show that this angle is equals to 90 degree. If I can show that one angle is equals to 90 degree, then I have to show that this AC is perpendicular to BT. That in that each angle is equals to 90 degree. AOD is equals to 90 degree. I have to show that they bisect each other at right angles. That means these angles I have to show that this one 90, this one 90, this one 90, this one 90. Okay. So if I can show that these two are 90 degree, then I can easily write. So like earlier it will be same. So I am taking these two triangles. In triangle again, in triangle AOB and triangle AOD, we have in triangle AOB and triangle AOD we have OB is equals to OD, OB is equals to OD. Just now we have proved OB is equals to OD. Then BA is equals to this is the BA is equals to DA by AD. Sides this opposite sides of the square I can write BA is equals to BA is equals to AD. Okay, BA is equals to AD. So sides of a square, side of the square. This one though we have just now we have proved. So since O is the midpoint of which one? OB and OD, that means BD. Since O is the midpoint of BD, so this one so just now we have proved, and this one BA will be equals to AD because all the sides it is given in the question, it is a square, that means all the sides are equal, and OA is the common side, OA is equals to OA common. So I can say that these two triangles are triangle AOB and triangle AOB is congruent to triangle AOD by side similarity. Okay, or sorry, congruency. So these two triangles are congruent. Okay, these two triangles are congruent. So if these two triangles are congruent, then their corresponding parts also will be congruent. Their corresponding parts also will be congruent. So AOB will be equals to AOD. Angle AOB will be equals to angle AOD CPCT. Okay, this one you give as earlier one equation 1 given, no, so this one you give as 2. So AOB equals to OD. So now since BD is a straight line but BOD is a straight line, that means these two are linear pair. If BOD is a straight line, then these two are linear pair. So you can write therefore angle AOB plus angle AOD is equals to 180 degree. You can write here since linear pair. AOD is equals to AOD plus AOB is equals to, so both are same, so I can write AOB plus angle AOB is equals to 180 degree. Therefore from 1, okay, from 1. So if these two are 180 degree, that means twice angle AOB is equals to 180 degree. Like earlier the first sum, first or second one we have done, no? So it is 90 degree. So therefore angle AOB is equals to angle AOB is equals to angle AOD is equals to angle 90 degree. AOB is equals to angle AOD is equals to angle 90 degree. So I can set it, therefore AC is perpendicular to BD. AC is perpendicular to BD. AC is perpendicular to BD. Therefore what is it? The bisect each other at right angles. Therefore the diagonals of a square bisect each other at right angle. Therefore the diagonals of a square bisect each other at right angles. Okay. Now let us move to the next question, question number 5. So show that if the diagonals of a quadrilateral are equal and they bisect each other at right angles, then it is a square. So I have to show that if the diagonals of a quadrilateral are equal and bisect each other at right angles, then it is a square. So it is given in the question that if the diagonals are equal and they bisect each other at right angles, then I have to show that it is a square. It is a square. Okay. So ABCD is a square. ABCD is a square, and you write like this. What is given? Question number 5. No. Let ABCD be a quadrilateral having bisect each other. The diagonals of a quadrilateral equal and bisect each other. Okay. Having AC is equals to BD and AC and BD bisects each other at right angles. Having ABCD be a quadrilateral, having AC is equals to BD, right, like this diagonal. Okay, you write it like this. This is getting little confusing, no? So ABCD be a quadrilateral, you write like this, such that, same thing I am writing, such that O is the midpoint. That means it is O is the midpoint of AC and BD. O is the midpoint of AC and BD, and AC is perpendicular to BD. You write it. That means it is perpendicular, means that means each angle is equals to 90 degree, and O is the midpoint, that means it bisects each and every one into equal parts. Okay, this diagonal is equal parts and this diagonal also into equal parts. Okay, Okay. Let us take these two triangles. So in triangle AOB and triangle AOD, we have in triangle AOB and triangle AOD, we have what do we have? We have this side as OA as the common side. OA is equals to OA common, and these angles are 90 degree. That is angle AOB is equals to angle AOD. Each 90 degree, or you can write AC is perpendicular to BD, and this O is the midpoint. That means OB will be equals to OD. O is the midpoint of BD. Okay, these are the thing, it is there in the question. So I can say that therefore triangle AOB is congruent to triangle AOD, and criteria will be by side angle, side criteria, by side angle, side criteria. Okay, so we have proved that these two triangles are equal. So if these two triangles are equal, then the sides are also equal. That means AB will be equals to AD. AB will be equals to AD. CP CT. AB will be equals to AD. So if AB is equals to AD, that means AB is equals to AD. Like earlier, I have shown that this side is equals to this side by taking these two triangles. So similarly, I can write AD is equal. AB will be equals to. If I take these two triangle, AB will be equals to BC. Similar, just the same one I have done. The next one will be BC is equals to CD, and then in next one will be CD is equals to AD. AB, BC, BC, CD, CD, AD. Okay. So this one 1, this one 2, this one 3. Okay, and this one Roman number 4. So from equation 1, 2, 3 and 4, we get AC AB is equals to BC is equals to CD is equals to AD. Okay, we have got this one, but it doesn't mean that it is a square. It may be a rhombus also. Okay, so what I have to do, I have to show that each angle is equals to 90 degree. Okay, up to that much we have simply showed that the sides are equal. So if the sides are equal, then it may be a rhombus also. So now I have to make it clear. No, it is not a rhombus, it is a square. If I can show that this each angle is equals to 90 degree, if this each angle is equals to 90 degree, this one is the same I have done earlier. So now I will take these two triangle AOB and triangle COB. AOD and triangle COB. Okay. Up to this much it is okay. So you write like this. After that you write therefore quadrilateral ABCD has all sides equal. So equal side doesn't mean it is a square, it may be a rhombus. So I have to show that no, each angle is equals to 90 degree. So that means it will be a square. Okay. So up to this much quadrilateral ABCD has all sides equal. So after that you go to the next part. So now in triangle AOD and triangle BOC or COB, in triangle AOD and triangle BOD, in triangle AOD and triangle DOB, right, will be arranged. AOD equals to AOD is equals to triangle BO. AOD will be equals to triangle BOC. We have Okay, in triangle AOB and triangle BOC we have, what do we have? I have to show one by one. So like earlier, AO is equals to CO. Okay, AO is equals to CO, that means these two are equal. O is the midpoint. In the same way, this AO is equals to CO, then it will be OD will be equals to OB. So since O is the midpoint, but it is given, no, you can write given. It is given in the question, O is the midpoint. So AO equals to CO and OD is equals to OB. OD is equals to OB. Okay, and angle AOD is vertically opposite to angle BOC. Angle AOD is equals to angle BOC, vertically opposite angle. So if two sides and one angles are equal, then I can say that triangle AOD is congruent to triangle BOC by side angle side criteria. Okay, you write it, side angle side criteria. So if these two triangles are equal, then their corresponding parts also will be equal. Their corresponding parts also will be equal. So if these two triangles are equal, then I can show that this angle, let me name it angle 1, this angle will be equals to that angle, angle 2. So therefore angle 1 will be equals to angle 2 by CPCT, by corresponding parts of congruent triangle, corresponding parts of congruent triangle. But if you see that okay, so if you see that these are alternate interior angles, if I take these two sides AB, AD and CD, then these two are alternate interior angles. These two angles will be possible if and only if these two lines are parallel. These two lines are parallel and AC is the transversal. These two angles will be equally, it will be possible if and only if these two lines are parallel, and these two lines are parallel, and then only these angles will be equal. Okay, so angle 1 equals to angle 2 means these two are alternate angles. So but they form an alternate, but you write like this, they form a pair of alternate interior angles. So I can say that AD is parallel to BC, AD is parallel to BC. Similarly, I can show that these two sides also parallel, and AB is parallel to CD, AB is parallel to DC. Sorry. Similarly, you write. Similarly, AB is parallel to DC. So now I have shown that these two lines are parallel. So if they are parallel, then also yes, these two, what we have shown earlier, that all the sides are equal. Now I have shown that all the sides are parallel to each other. So in a square, all the sides are equal and they are parallel also. But then also it is not verified that yes, it is a rhombus, it is a square, it is yet looking like a rhombus. Okay, so now I have to definitely, I have to show that this each angle is equals to 90 degree. Okay, therefore up to this much you write, and then what are you gonna, therefore the sides are parallel, therefore the opposite sides are parallel to each other. Therefore the opposite sides are parallel to each other. Okay, so now we will move to the next part. Just 2-3 line left, you just see. Like earlier I showed that this each angle measures 90 degree. Now in triangle ABC and triangle ABD, I will take these two triangle. I will take these two triangle. Okay, this is the whole one. Now in triangle ABC and triangle BAD. Now in triangle ABC and triangle BAD. Now in triangle ABC and triangle BAD, that is what I can write in these two triangle. AC is equals to BD. AC is equals to BD. It is given in your question. AC is equals to BD. Given AC is equals to BD. Then AB is the common side. AB is equals to AB. AB is equals to AB. Okay, and BC is equals to AD. Earlier we have proved. Earlier we have proved, no, the sides, all the sides are equal. That means I can write BC is equals to AD. You can write proved above. Okay, so BC is equals to AD. So now I can say that these two triangles are congruent. BAD. BAD. So by side. Okay, by side. Okay, so these three sides are equal. So we have shown that these two triangles are similar. So now if these two sides are equal, that means I can show that angle ABC is equal to angle ABC is equals to angle BAD. Okay, by CPCT. Angle ABC is equals to angle BAD. ABC is equals to angle BAD. After that, just like earlier, how we have done, after taking this one, I have written this, since AB is parallel to CD, and if I take this is a transversal, so if these two lines are parallel, then these two will be this alternate interior angles. If you just recall it, this will be co-interior angle. So since AD is parallel to BC, since AD is parallel to BC and AB is a transversal, since AD is parallel to BC and AB is a transversal, so I can write angle ABC plus angle BAD is equals to 180 degree, and there you write, since co-interior angles, so ABC plus ABC is equals to 180 degree. ABC plus ABC is equals to 180 degree. So twice angle ABC will be equals to 180 degree. So angle ABC is equals to 90 degree. So if angle ABC is equals to 90 degree, then I can write, therefore angle ABC is equals to angle BAD is equals to angle is equals to 90 degree, is equals to angle 90 degree. So therefore ABCD is a, therefore each angle of the quadrilateral equals to 90 degree. Therefore ABCD is a square. Each angle measures 90 degree. They are parallel. They bisect each other at right angles. So all of these are the properties of a triangle. This is a square. Okay. Now question number 6. You see, diagonal AC of a parallelogram ABCD bisects angle A. Show that it bisects angle C. Show that it bisects angle C. Question number 6. So what is given? Diagonal AC of a parallelogram ABCD. So diagonal AC of a parallelogram ABCD bisects angle A. Show that it bisects C also. So you write, given ABCD is a parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram and angle and AC bisects angle A. Okay, AC bisects angle A. So if angle A is bisected, then I can write that BAC will be equals to DAC. So therefore angle DAC will be equals to DAC will be DAC. This angle will be equals to this angle, that is angle BAC. Okay, DAC will be equals to angle BAC. Okay, now what we have to prove? We have to prove that AC bisects angle C. AC bisects angle C also. Since ABCD is a parallelogram, so I can write AB is parallel to DC, AB is parallel to DC, AB is parallel to DC, and AC is a transversal, and AC is a transversal. AB parallel to DC and AC is a transversal. So if AC is a transversal, then I can say that, okay, let me name this angle 1, 2, then 3, 4. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. That means you can see here that if ABC is a parallelogram and if AD is parallel to AC, if AB is parallel to AC and this is a transversal, then this angle 1 is equals to angle 3. Angle 1 is equals to angle 3. Alternate interior angles, you write it full. Okay, alternate interior angles. Okay, you give it as equation number 1, alternate interior angles. So and if I take AD is parallel to BC, if AD is parallel to BC and AC is a transversal, and AC is a transversal, then again angle 2 will be equals to angle 4. Angle 2 will be equals to angle 4. Since this on alternate interior angles. Okay, this one you give it as equation number 2. This one you give it as equation number 2. But it is given in the question that this AC bisects angle A, that means angle 1 is equals to angle 2. Since AC bisects angle A, so therefore angle 1 will be equals to angle 2. Angle 1 will be equals to angle 2. This one you give it as equation number 3. Angle 1 will be equals to angle 2. Directly also you can write angle 1 equals to angle 2. And what does angle 1 means? It means angle 3. And what does angle 2 means? It means angle 4. So no need to give the ones there, you write from 1 and 2. Okay, so what we have proved? That angle 3 is equals to angle 4. If 3 is equals to angle 4, that means if 3 is equals to angle 4, that means angle C is also bisected by angle A. So therefore AC bisects angle C. If these two are equal, that means AC bisects angle C. Now Roman number 2, this one was Roman number 1. Now we are solving Roman number 2 of this question. And to prove that ABCD is a rhombus. So this one, first one over. Now 6, Roman number 2. Okay, so ABCD is a rhombus, I have to prove. So let me write in triangle ABC. In triangle ABC, what do we have? We have angle 1 and angle 4 equal. Angle 1 is equals to angle 4. Okay, angle 1 is equals to angle 4. Because if you see the earlier part, what you have written? Angle 1 was equals to angle 3, and angle 3 and 4 are same. So I can write angle 1 equals to angle 3 equals to angle 4. So directly I can write angle 1 is equals to angle 4. Angle 1 is equals to angle 4. So if angle 1 equals to angle 4, that means in a triangle, if I take this is a triangle, in a triangle if angle 1 is equals to angle 4, that means the opposite sides are also equal, that is AB will be equals to BC. AB is equals to BC, then there you write since side opposite to equal angles are equal. Side opposite to equal angles are equal. Okay, AB is equals to BC, AB is equals to BC. So similarly I can write which two side, AD will be equals to BC, sorry, AD will be equals to DC. Similarly I can write AD is equals to DC. So if the opposites, so this is up to this much it is okay. Since in question it is given, since ABCD is a parallelogram, and in a parallelogram opposite sides are equal, so AB is equals to CD, since opposite sides of parallelogram are equal, AB is equals to CD. If AB earlier 1 2 number 1 2 given, no, this one you give as 3, this one you give as 4. So if AB is equals to CD, so if I just relate this thing, they are in place of, you see here, if AB is equals to CD, that means in place of AB if I write CD, then CD will be equals to BC. So from 1, this one also you give, there you write from Roman 2 3 4 Roman 3 4 and 5 we get, but we have, you can write AB is equals to BC is equals to CD is equals to AD. AB is equals to BC is equals to CD is equals to AB. So from Roman 3 4 and 5 we have AB is equals to BC is equals to CD is equals to AD. So if all the sides are equal, that means ABCD is a rhombus. Finished. Now question number 7. Okay. Now let us the question number 7. You see what is given, ABCD is a rhombus so that the diagonal AC bisects angle A as well as angle C, and diagonal BD bisects angle B as well as angle D. Okay, let me draw ABCD parallelogram. Okay, ABCD is a parallelogram. What is given, that ABCD is a rhombus so that the diagonal AC bisects angle A as well as angle C, and diagonal BD bisects angle B as well as angle D. So I have to show that this diagonal bisects this angle equally. Okay, bisect this angle equally. 1 2 3, it will be easy for us. Let us number this side 1 2 3 and 4. Okay, so now I can easily relate like this earlier question number 6, Roman number 1. Okay, same one we have done. So since ABCD is a rhombus, so that means all the sides are equal. So I can write AB is equals to BC is equals to CD is equals to DA or AD. Since ABCD is a rhombus, so I can write AB is equals to BC is equals to, and also I can write the sides are parallel. Also AB is parallel to CD and AD is parallel to BC. Okay, so these are the things. In case of rhombus, the sides are equal and their sides are parallel also. Okay, sides are parallel also. since you see AB and CD are equal, if you see here, all are equal, no? So if AB and CD, all the sides are equal. So if AB and CD are equal, so since AB is equals to BC, sorry, AB and CD not, AB and BC. Since AB is equals to BC, if two sides are equal, then what will be possible? That these two angles are equal. The side angle opposite to equal sides are also equal. So I can write angle 4 is equals to angle 3. Since angles opposite to equal sides are equal. Angles opposite to equal sides are equal. Okay. So angle 4 is equals to angle 3. Angle 4 is equals to AB is equals to BC. So angle 4 is equals to angle 3. Okay. So up to this much it is okay. Now you see what I can write, that now since AD is parallel to BC, and AC is a transversal, since AD is parallel to BC and AC is a transversal, so I can write, if these two lines are parallel and this is a transversal, that means angle 1 will be equals to angle, yes, this is a transversal, so this angle will be equals to this one. So angle 1 will be equals to angle 3. Angle 1 will be equals to angle 3, since alternate interior angles. Okay. This one you give as equation number 1. This one will be equation number 2. This one you give as equation number 1. This one, okay. And this one will be equation number 1. This one equation number 2. Now I can relate. That means angle 4 will be equals to angle 3. Angle 4 will be equals to angle 3. Or I can write in place of 3 I can write 4. So angle 1 will be equals to angle 4. So if angle 1 and angle 4 are equal, then it will be over. So from 1 and 2. So angle 4, I am taking angle 3 common. That means angle 1 equals to angle 4. So if angle 1 is equals to angle 4, that means angle this line AC bisects angle A. So therefore AC bisects angle A. AC bisects angle A. And what I am getting, another one also I am getting, and you see here angle 3 and angle 4, so I have written this angle 3 are equal common, so I have written angle 4 is equals to angle 1, angle 4 is equals to angle 1, and angle 2 also equals to angle . this angle 1 is equals to angle 4, so similarly angle 2 will be equals to angle 3, because if you see here, when I have one question, so what I have written, one and two we have shown equal, then 3 and 4 I have you can write this 2 also equals to 3, because if you see here, angle 2, if I take this to side again, angle 4 will be equals to angle, so I can write, and angle 2 is equals to angle 3 also. Okay, so AC bisects angle A as well as angle C. AC bisects angle A as well as angle C. 2 and 4 are also no alternate angles, and if 1 is equals to angle 3, that means 4 is also equals to 2, and if these two are same, that means these two are also same. Okay, so that means I can write that AC bisects angle 1 is equals to angle 4 and 2 is equals to angle 3, so AC bisects angle A as well as angle C. So similarly you can prove that BD bisects, so similarly we can show that BD bisects angle D as well as angle B. Okay, so question number 8, you see ABCD is a rectangle in which diagonal BC bisects angle A as well as angle C. Show that ABCD is a square. So you have to show that ABCD is a square. So this is like the same one, this 2-3 sums I have done in the same category. You can see, first of all, what I will write, that since it is a ABCD is a parallelogram, that means the lines are parallel. If these lines are parallel, this way you can relate the angles, that is angle 2 will be equals to angle 4 by showing these two line parallel. So these two are alternate, these two line parallel, these two alternate. Okay, so later on you can compare them and you can show like this, that angle 4 is equals to angle 3. If 4 and 3 are same, that means the opposite side also will be same. So like this, if all the sides are equal, then it is a this ABCD is a so it is given in the question, ABCD is a rectangle, and a rectangle having all side equal means it is a square. Okay, no need to prove 90 degree, because rectangle itself has this angles 90 degree. Just I have to prove that the sides are equal, okay, so by like this, by taking angles you prove it. Okay, and if you can prove this one, then so since ABCD is a square, we know that in case of square the diagonal bisects. So Roman number 2 you can prove easily, diagonal bisects BD, diagonal BD bisects angle B as well as angle C. So you write like this, since ABCD is a square and the diagonal of square bisect the opposite angle, diagonals of bisect, there is a property direct, it is there, so you can directly write it. So diagonals of a square bisect each other. So earlier so we have proved that it is a square. So now you write like this, that since ABCD is a square and diagonal of square bisect the opposite angle, so therefore BD bisects angle B as well as angle D. So now let us move to question number 9. In a parallelogram ABCD, 2 points P and Q are taken on diagonal ABD such that DP is equals to BQ. Show that these two triangles are similar, then AP is equals to CQ. Again these two triangles similar, then again two sides equal, then ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay, you see, let us do this one. This one also easy, but since the figure is little confusing, so you may get confused, so I am solving this one. Okay, ABCD it is given, ABCD given, there A, B, C and D. It is given in the question, and another perpendicular, this it is given like this. So two like this, two are given, and there it is Q and there it is P. Okay. So what you have to do? You have to show that this APD, which one? APD. That means this triangle is similar to normally this one will be. So AQB, CQB. APD is congruent to triangle CBQ. CQB, that means this one, not this one, sorry. CBQ. Okay. This angle. So no problem, we will solve it. So question number 9. What is given? That the parallelogram ABCD. So you write like this. We have a parallelogram ABCD. We have a parallelogram ABCD, and what is given? And 2 points P and Q are taken on the diagonals BD and CD. So you write this one, 2 points. What is there in your book? You write it this same line. Let us move to the solve. First one, it is given that these two triangles are congruent. I have to show that APD is congruent to triangle CBQ. Okay, so let me take like this. Since AD is parallel to BC and BD is a transversal and BD is a transversal. Since AD is parallel to BC and BD is a transversal. So if this is a transversal, then this angle and this angle will be alternate angle. So angle ADP is equals to angle BCBQ. CBQ, alternate interior angles. Okay, you write it full, alternate interior angles. Okay, ADP equals to CBQ. I am not writing the full one, I can write CBD up to, but I need only this one, so I have written this part, I have written only that part up to P. Okay, so ADP will be equals to CBQ. Okay, now in triangle, what I have to prove? I have to prove ADP is congruent to triangle CBQ. Yes, it is CQB, sorry, CQB. Okay, so I can write what is there, that one angle just now I have proved, ADP is equals to angle CBQ. Okay, alternate interior angles, just now we have proved this one. Okay, ADP is equals to ADP is equals to CBQ, and AD will be equals to BC, since it is a parallelogram. So AD will be equals to BC. AD will be equals to BC since ABCD is a parallelogram. ABCD is a parallelogram. Okay, so AD is equals to BC. So reason will be since ABCD, or you can write opposite sides of a parallelogram. Okay, and PD equals to QB. It is given in the question. DP is equals to BQ. BP is equals to BQ. DP is equals to BQ. It is given in the question, you see. So you write it given. So that means these two triangles are congruent. So triangle ADP is congruent to triangle CQB. ADP is congruent to triangle CQB. Okay. Now Roman number 2. Same, all are same. Okay. Okay, let me do Roman number 2. Roman number 2, just now we have proved that these two triangles are congruent. So what I have to prove? AP equals to CQ. AP is equals to CQ. AP, this side is equals to this side. So since these two triangles, just now we have proved that these two are congruent. So I can write Roman number 2. Therefore, since what we have proved, that triangle ADP is congruent to triangle CQB. So therefore AP will be equals to CQ. AP will be equals to CQ. So Roman number 3 and 4 also similar. See, again similar two triangles are given. So just you have to prove that these two are. So you just try this one. Roman number 3 and 4 you try. 5 let me show. APCQ is a parallelogram. 5 I am showing. Roman number 2, Roman number 3 and 4 you try. Okay. Same like this one. First one you show similar, congruent. Sorry, and another this in first one I have not given this postulate. What was it? It was side angle side, I think. Yes, you write it. Okay. Now let me go to the Roman number 5. There you may get confused. So I am solving this one. What is given? That APCQ is a parallelogram. I have to show that APCQ is a parallelogram. So to show this one, what I have to draw? Okay, I am erasing this thing. It's making confusion. Okay. For what this purpose I am drawing a diagonal like this, that is line AC. Okay. So you write, let us join AC. Let us join AC. So since the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other, since the diagonals of a parallelogram bisects each other, since the diagonals of a parallelogram bisect each other, so I can write AO is equals to OC. AO is equals to OC. I can write now. Let me give this point O. So AO is equals to OC. I can write, and OB will be equals to OD. BO will be equals to OD. BO will be equals to OD. BO will be equals to OD. Now you see what is given, that this part it is given equal. What is given in the question? The very first line, if you see, it is given BQ is equals to DP. BQ is equals to DP. BQ is equals to DP. It is given in the question. Okay. So what I am writing? BO. So from BO, if I subtract BQ, you see these two parts are similar. So I am subtracting from this side. I am subtracting this part from this side of the triangle. From this side, that is OD, I am subtracting DP. From OB I am subtracting BQ, because these are equal. So BO minus BQ is equals to OD minus DP. So if I subtract them from BO, if I subtract this part, then only this part is remaining, that is OQ. And from this one, if I subtract this one, then OP is also only remaining, so OP. Okay. So this one you give as Roman number 1, this one you give as Roman number 2. So now you see, now you write only 2 lines. Now in quadrilateral AQ, what is given? APCQ. Okay, you write it APCQ. Now in quadrilateral APCQ, AO is equals to OC and OQ is equals to OP. Just now we have shown OA is equals to AO is equals to OC and OQ is equals to OP. Okay, that means the diagonals are equal. So I can write like this, that is AC and QP bisects each other at O. That is AC and QP bisects each other at O. So if they bisect each other at O, so I can write that APCQ is a parallelogram. We know this theorem, APCQ is a parallelogram. Okay. Question number 10, ABCD is a parallelogram and AP is equals to CQ are perpendiculars from vertices A and C on diagonal BD. You have to show that these two triangles are congruent and AP is equals to CQ. This one you can solve it, no problem is there. you just congruency, basic rules of congruency you use, you can solve it. Okay, I am drawing the figure for you. It is given a parallelogram, so figure will be like this. ABCD given, no? ABCD, and what is given that BD is a diagonal, so BD is there, and perpendicular is given, no? AP and CQ. So from A to P a perpendicular, and from C to Q another perpendicular. So first one, what you have to show? You have to show that APB, that means this triangle is equals to this one. Very easily you can show. One angle 90 degree we have got. Then the sides of this, since it is a parallelogram, the side will be equal. And another one you find. Okay, so and by using, yes, this is a transversal, so I can use this angle will be equals to that angle. If these two lines are parallel and this is a transversal, so this angle will be equals to this angle. So I have got this angle is equals to this angle, alternate angle, these two angle 90 degree, and this side is equals to this side. So I can prove that these two triangles are congruent, and if these two triangles are congruent, then you can easily write that AP is equals to CQ, because corresponding parts of congruent triangle, So question number 11, you see, in triangle ABC and triangle DEF, AB is equals to DE and AB parallels to DE, BC is equals to EF, and BC is equals to BC is parallel to EF also given. Vertices A, B and C are joined to vertices D, E and F respectively. Show that. So you want to show that ABED is a parallelogram, then BEFC is also a parallelogram, and then these things what is given you have to show one by one. Okay, so first one, let me show. First one, Roman number 1 and Roman number 2, it is same. Okay, same question, same thing, just you have to write. So what is given? Question number 11. So figure is given like this. Okay, and anything given? Okay, so this is the figure. Okay, so you just try to relate the things, very easy sum. So ABED given and CF, ABED and this one C and F. Okay, so you see, so what is there, that you have to prove that ABED is a parallelogram. This is a parallelogram you have to prove. So very easily I can prove this one. It is given that you see so many things are given in the question. AB is equals to D, AB is parallel to D, BC is equals to EF and BE is also parallel to EF. So since AB is equals to DE given and AB is parallel to DE also given. So these two sides are equal and these two sides are parallel also given. So we know that a quadrilateral is a parallelogram. When it is parallelogram, if a pair of opposite side is parallel and its end is of equal length. So we say that it will be a parallelogram even only if the sides, opposite sides are parallel to each other and they are equal. So here you see these things are following the criteria of a parallelogram. The sides are also equal and they are parallel to each other. So I can say that that is, you write like this, that is ABED is a quadrilateral, ABED is a quadrilateral, ABED is a quadrilateral in which a pair of opposite, sides, which two opposite side, AC and DE, in which a pair of opposite side AC and DE is parallel and is of equal length, is parallel and is of equal length. Okay, so you see what is there, the lines are equal, the lines are parallel to each other. So I can say that ABED is a parallelogram, ABED is a parallelogram. So therefore ABED is a parallelogram. So Roman number 2 also it is same. You see in this one also the lines are given parallel, and you see just the question, you see BC is given equals to EF, and BC is parallel to EF also given. So same thing you write, just you change this thing, and in place of this one what is there you write, okay, and then you write the same answer. Roman number 2 also same. Then what you have to show that these two lines are parallel. AD is parallel to CF and AD is equals to CF. So you see here, okay, Roman number 3 let me show. Roman number 2 same like this one, sentence also everything same, just to change what is given. Roman number 3 you see, you see what is given, that AD is parallel to CF I have to prove. AD is parallel to CF, AD is parallel to this one, and AD is equals to CF. So since ABCD is a parallelogram, since what is there? Yes, ABED is a parallelogram. ABED, this whole one I am taking. ABED is a parallelogram. ABED is a parallelogram. Okay, so that means AD is parallel to CF. Sorry. Okay, wait. What I have written, that ABED is a parallelogram. So I can, if this is a parallelogram, then opposite sides are parallel and equal. So therefore its opposite sides will be parallel. Okay, right, you write its opposite sides are parallel and equal. Opposite sides are parallel and equal. So opposite sides are parallel, that means AD is ABE. So AD will be parallel. AD will be parallel to BE. AD will be parallel to BE, and what is given? AD will be parallel to BE, and AD is equals to BE. AD is equals to BE, and what is given? And also BCEF. So I am just talking about the first two, and also BC, what is given in the next question? BEFC is also a parallelogram. BEFC also is a parallelogram. BEFC is a parallelogram. So if it is also a parallelogram, then I can say that, like earlier you see in your book it is given AD is parallel, BE is parallel to CF, BEFC. You see in your question what you have proved. The next Roman number 2, it was that BEFC is a parallelogram. So BEFC is a parallelogram, and BE is parallel to FC, and BE is equals to CF. So you see BE is parallel to AD also, BE is parallel to CF also. So I can write AD is from 1 and 2. You give this one as Roman number 1, this one as Roman number 2. So from 1 and 2 I can write, that is AD. We know that if two lines, if the lines are parallel like this one is parallel to this one, and again this line is parallel to this line, and I can say that first line is parallel to the third one also. So these two lines are parallel and these two are equal. So I can write AD is parallel to CF, AD is parallel to CF, and AD will be equals to CF, and there also you see BE common, and AD is equals to CF. So finish this one. So Roman number 4 also, 4 you have to show that ACFD is a parallelogram. Okay, let me show this one. Roman number 4. You write, since AD is parallel to CF, since AD is parallel to CF, you see in your book it is given. Sorry, this one though we have proved earlier, no, that AD is parallel to CF. Just now in Roman number 3, AD is parallel to CF and AD is equals to CF. So just now we have proved this one. Okay. So in a quadrilateral AFCD, one pair of opposite sides is parallel and is of equal length. So same like earlier you write. So we can say that ACFD is a parallelogram. Roman number 5, it is also same, that question number what is given, AC is equals to DF you are to prove. So you just write that since ACFD, just now in Roman number 4 what we have proved, that AFCD is a parallelogram. So you same way you write, just you write like this, since ACFD is a parallelogram, so its opposite sides are parallel and of equal length. So you can write AC equals to DF. Then Roman number 6, what is given, that you have to show that these two triangles equal. So very easily you can show, because you see ABC and DEF, if you see in your book, you see the figure, if you see ABC and DEF, AB and DE are the opposite sides of the parallelogram, BC and EF are the opposite sides of the parallelogram, and AC equals to DF we have proved, AC equals to DF we have proved earlier. So by using side congruency I can write these two triangles are similar. Okay, question number 12. Question number 12, ABCD is a trapezium in which AB is parallel to CD and AD is equals to BC. Show that angle A equals to angle B. Okay, angle C equals to angle D, angle ABC equals to angle BAD, and diagonal AC is equals to diagonal BD. Okay, this one you can solve very easily. This thing to very easily you can solve it. So many sum I have done. You try this one. Okay, angle A and angle B you can solve very easily. You just a small thing you need to do. I am just showing the figure and I will explain it. Okay, you do this one, very easy sum. Question number 12. All if I do, then what you will practice. Okay, so this one I am giving as a homework. If you can't, you just call me. Okay? At night I will explain it. Okay, no problem is there. So for this one, actually this is a parallel, this is a trapezium ABCD, ABCD. Okay, ABCD is a trapezium. So to solve this one, what I am doing, I am producing AB to a point like this, and from there I am making it a parallelogram. Actually I am making it a parallelogram. So both side I am producing, and so that they meet at a point E. Let me give ABCDE. Okay, so now you see I have to prove angle A equals to angle B. Okay, so what I have done, you write like this, produce AB to E and produce and CE parallel, and you write like this, produce AB to E and CE parallel to, and draw, and you write and draw CE parallel to AD. Okay, so this will be our construction part, and after that you just go on solving. Okay, AB is parallel to DC, AB is parallel to DC, it is given in your question, and AE is also parallel to DC, AE is also, AB is parallel to CD given, and AE is parallel to DC. Okay, achha, one thing you see, AB is parallel, so AB and AE, if I extend this part, it is same, and AB is parallel to DC or AE is parallel to DC, same thing. Okay, so for solving this one, first of all you write like this, that AB is parallel to DC, so then you give implied sign and you write AE is parallel to DC, and this one though we have got from construction AD. So if you see that so if these two sides are parallel, this one is parallel to this one, this side is parallel to this side, then that means it is a parallelogram. And in a parallelogram I can use this thing, so in a parallelogram opposite side will be also equal. Okay, so you just go on solving this thing, you can show that CBE okay, you just you can just okay, let me explain what you can do. After this, after writing this one, after showing that this is a parallelogram, first of all what I will write, this line is parallel to this one, then this whole one is parallel to this whole line, and what I can write, that if these two lines are parallel, and by construction I am getting that CE is parallel to CE is parallel to AD. So this line is parallel to this line, and this one is parallel to this one. That means it is a parallelogram. If it is a parallelogram, and now what is given, that BCE is a, and this is a small triangle, and in triangle BCE, what I can write, that BC equals to CE, BC is equals to CE. It is AD equals to BC given, no, AD is equals to BC. Okay, you see one thing, AD is equals to what is given in the question, AD is equals to BC, AD is equals to BC. Okay, AD is equals to BC, and since it is a parallelogram, that means AD is equals to CE, AD is equals to, since it is a parallelogram, so first of all what I have proved, that it is a parallelogram. So if it is a parallelogram, that means AD is equals to CE, AD is equals to EC, AD is equals to EC, and AD is equals to BC. So from these two I can write EC is equals to BC. Okay, EC is equals to BC. Okay, so if EC is equals to BC, you see where EC is, where is EC? This one is equals to this one. That means this angle is equals to this angle, this angle is equals to this angle. So you write this angle is equals to this angle. After that you write that these two are linear pairs, and then you just go on solving. So if these two are linear pairs, then later on and these two angles are equal, so you can show that this angle is equals to this angle. These two will be co-interior angles, because it is given it is a trapezium. No, it will not be. So wait, what is there, what will prove that angle, these two angles equal I have shown. Then after that, angle A plus angle CB, these two will be linear pair. Okay, so this one and this angle plus this angle will be linear pair. Okay, that is angle A plus angle CEB. Okay, one thing you do, what I have done, first I have shown that these two are equal, and after that what I have shown, I will show like this, that this one and this one, this is a parallelogram, so these two angles will also be equal. Okay, these two angles will also be equal. So if this one and this one equal and these two are equal, so I can write that this one is equals to that one, that is angle CBE will be equals to angle CEB, CBE will equals to angle CEB. What I will show, I will show that it is given this one, we have proved that this one is equals to this one, because these two sides are equal, and since this is a parallelogram, so this angle is equals to this angle. So if this angle is equals to this one and these two are equal, that means I can say that this then I can say that this what is it, that this one and this one equal, that is angle CB is equals to angle CBE is equals to angle CEB, CBE is equals to angle CEB. Okay, you just I think you got confused. Okay, you just try to solve this one. Okay, if you have problem, I will solve it. You just call me at night. Okay, this one you just in the same way. Actually, I said something and I don't know how much you understood. But just you have to relate it, you draw the figure like this, and you relate the things. Angle A and equals to angle B you have to show. If you can show this, then angle C and angle D easily you can show, because angle A plus angle D will be equals to the sum of the interior opposite angle. So if angle A plus, for Roman number 2, A plus D will be equals to 180, angle B plus C will be equals to 180. So if you just add them, angle A plus D will be equals to 180, angle B plus C will be equals to 180. So both of them are equals to 180. So you can write like this, angle A plus angle D equals to angle B plus angle C. So you can solve it. Roman number 3 also, these two triangles are similar. Roman number very easily, 3 you can show very easily, because ABC you have to show similar to triangle BOD. So AB will be equals to BA, BC will be equals to AD, it is given in the question. And angle ABC and angle BAD we proved earlier. In Roman number 1 we will prove this one, so easily you can solve it. And Roman number 4, it will be corresponding parts of congruent triangle. Okay, so this is the end of today's class. I know it got little confused, but so if you have any problem, you just call me, I will explain it. Okay, so whatever the thing is there, if you have any problem in this topic, or whatever the thing I have solved, you just call me at night. Thank you.